sorry about the noise. I can't put my fucking window up because I got into an accident fucking Friday. Somebody fucking hit me and fucking shoved my fucking driver's side mirror through my fucking driver's side window, shoving glass all over my eyeball, and cut my fucking arm all over here. It was fucked up. That's where I'm going right now to see if I can get my fucking window fixed. I've been struggling with life. I've been trying to hang in there as best as I can. It's been a rough go. Sorry, reception's probably shitty. What up, John? How you doing? The ambulance had to come out. Should have called the highway patrol and come out, and the ambulance had to come out to get the glass out my fucking eye. I didn't go to the hospital, but my eyeball was full of glass. It was pretty messed up. What up, Truck Nation? Cheers. I got glass all over the inside of my car still. It's like I was covered with glass. I didn't know what the fuck happened, man. My window just exploded. And my mirror was just sticking through it. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, but it's like I think it's like I gotta pay anything $2,000 and they'll pay what's above that or some stupid shit. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I got into a fucking accident Friday. Somebody fucking hit me. It was kind of raining a little bit. I was driving at night and they drove in my fucking lane. They just fucking clipped my fucking mirror and knocked my mirror fucking through my damn driver's side window. Fucking got glass all in my eyeball. It sucked. Pretty freaking scary. Now I don't have no fucking window in my truck, which sucks because now when I sleep at night in my truck, fucking bugs come in there and they attack me. Mosquitoes just carrying me away. Spiders. I woke up with a fucking spider making a whole web all over me. I was like, what in the hell? I know. I reckon it could have easily been something different. I thought the vehicle was in their lane. I was in my lane. I passed the vehicle up and then all of a sudden, kadoosh! I was like, what in the fuck? They didn't stop. They kept going. They didn't stop. They kept going. It was a hit and run. They were probably drunk as fucking shit. I know, me too. Cheers, Sophie. How you doing, brother? I'm doing okay, man. I'm maintaining. I'm glad I'm not blinded. There was so much huge glass in my fucking eyeball. Like, I don't know if you can see all the cuts on my arm. All the glass just fucking cut me up all over my arm. I got a fucking little bruise right here. I made an accident report. I submitted. I talked to the insurance today. That's where I'm headed right now to see what the damage is going to be and if they're going to cover or exactly what's up. I'm headed to get my driver's side window replaced and my fucking mirror replaced, or see, get an estimate on what to do. I mean, how much it's going to cost. See if I can do it right now. You have a great day too, John. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate you, man. You ever put like orange peels in there, or tomatoes in your rice, just to change it up, like a boss, or chicken broth? I like receptiones. No más recepciones. What's growing on, Farmer Noah? Are you growing tomatoes and some bell peppers and some squash? I wish I had some summer squash right now and some fucking spinach growing. Shit, I wish I had some radishes and some turnips growing too. Ain't nothing like some greens. But I like the taste of the winter greens better. The fall greens, they get a little sweeter. What up, Percio? Cheers, man. How you doing, brother? Bunch of ganja. Holy cannolis. Wowzers. Is it a bunch of different varietals? You got the indicas and the sativas, man. Scores! I miss growing. Smack out lane. You think that's where people went to go kiss? Like lovers lane? What in the hell? What in the hell? Tell me about what varietals, man. G. Man, I be having that GBP. Granddaddy Pizzle. Just be living in summertime. Summertime and the weather's fine. Look at a girl, check out her behind. Really? It's cold in the middle of June? What in the hell? You must be in Brazil or someplace close to Antarctica. No más pantalones. Ah, sí, señor. Sí, señor. Mucho comprehendo. No más pantalones, ¿por cuál? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no más pantalones? No más pantalones. You can see my cojones and my long ballones. What does it do? I'm overgrown for fun. Besides the ganja, I have about 200 tomato plants going. Now that's the shit I'm talking about. Lots of pepper. Takes me way too long to water it off. Time for irrigation. Now that's growing. That's somebody who's in a garden. You limit yourself, you box yourself in just to grow herb or whatever, man. It's crazy. It's cool. I love it. But damn it, man. Like, be a true steward of the earth and cover your own bases at the very least. And maybe the bases of your neighbor, your friends and family, your extended family, whatever. Hook it the hell up. What in the hell? No más pantalones. Oh my. It's like I'm too much sharp curve, like, no. Not too much. Oh baby, not too much. What in the hell are they talking about? Ham on Rice Road. What the hell? No wonder they got fucking doobie streets. They make it about the food down here. Biscuits and gravy lane. Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. Depending. What in the 2-mile thing minute going on here? Oh, look, a water buffalo. I mean, a cow. I wonder if cows are related to water buffalo. There's an ox and a domesticated buffalo. All these things and more we'll find out on the next episode of Slothy Figures Shit Out. Man, that is a fine looking house. You gotta love it. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful, it's so green. And the green grass grows all around, the sink on the skin grows all around. What in the hell? I still haven't been able to find my fucking fuse for my radio. These roads are way too fucking narrow. That guy's truck, both of his windows are hanging over both the lines. Little ridiculous. Fucking humans are fucking insane. 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 What in the hell? What's up, Sammy P? How you been, brother? My chat was stuck. My chat froze up. That YouTube rep should do something about that shit. It's a little ridiculous. Porque no más de nada. It has been a wonderful experience to be able to see you today after it seems like forever. It's always a blessing to be in the presence of Sammy P. One day they'll take and have a certain Indian god known as Sammy P. He'll be the avatar, the incarnation of Vishnu himself, come down upon this earth to spread divine wisdom and just downright goodness, and a little bit of trolling sometimes to those who deserve it. Like a bird. I just came out of a jungle, man. Just got into an accident a couple days ago, Friday. Somebody hit me and knocked my mirror off and shoved my mirror through my glass and like to blind me. It was pretty terrifying. It was a very big explosion. The glass was all in my eyeball. It was gnarly, man. I was like, what in the hell? Really? Yes. You can tell I've been in the living in my truck and homeless and hurting and struggling. No electricity to run my trimmers. I have trimmers, but I don't have it. Everything is my boxes in the back of the truck and stuff. I got the trash can covering my most valuable, precious possessions. What in the hell? Jumanji. What up, Galaxy Eyes? How in the hell are you doing? I wasn't streaming that often, man. I don't have no reception hardly, and I'm just in a struggle. Every now and then I stop in a place where it's a safe place to stream, but sometimes there's no safe place available. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave y'all in here and see what's going on in here. Shut the glass.
Just going through insurance?
Yeah, they come with me.
Okay. Stanley. It's 228-731-16.
Alright, now that we got that little bit of business handled, pardon me for my absence. Yay, I'm back. I had to take in a, you know what I mean. You know, there's sometimes a man's got to go and handle certain things. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Minutes away, which could be an eternity because I don't have no damn mirror. What in the hell? What did Vikings say? Tina, how in the hell you doing? I hope you're having the greatest day ever. Cheers. How is life treating you? It went from 8 minutes to fucking 2 minutes. Not a deuce. Three of them I had to drop with a quickness. Is this my place right here? Holy shit, this is it. We've arrived. Holy shit, let's see if they got what I'm looking for here. What in the hell? Awesome. I cannot wait to get into it and look, but hold on a second. Before then, I've got to go and... Hey, I got into an accident. I'm glad I can still see. My eyeball was so full of glass, big chunks of glass, like sticking out my fucking eyeball. It was fucking crazy. I knew for sure I was gonna be blind as a fucking bat. think I got the right stuff. I'm not sure. Let me take and get back in here for a second because my thing is messed up. It is. Oh, you like this change? Check it out. What in the hell? If you want to go ahead and go, person, I suggest you do your thing. What in the hell? Why you put me? Where the hell am I at? You like the chain? Look at this. Oh man, that's so gangster right there. I feel like I'm some kind of boss. I'm all like flousing. I woke up flouse. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Yeah, it was pretty messed up, man. That's the first time I ever gotten in kind of moving, oh shit, a moving vehicle accident. I think I passed my turn up. I got no clue where the hell I'm at. What in the hell? This is the road I was looking for. St. Bob's Road. He must have been a good man. What in the hell? What do you think, Sammy P? You like the chain? It's a lion. Is it fancy? It's for being the best dad ever. Roar! What up, Shogas? Cheers. Dirty cash. I want dirty cash. Sammy P. I'm sorry, my chat had frozen again. Oh, that's freaking too rich, man. How Melty looks like a scientist at NASA and a drug dealer from the hood at the same time. This dude right here, I can't tell if he's a freaking physicist, world renowned or an international drug lord. It can go either way. I hang out with people like Sandy P, and I hang out with people like TK. So they range from scientists to drug lord of the international varieties. Yeah. Man, look, what do y'all think? This is just stainless steel. None of this is gold. If I had a fucking a stainless steel nut, bolt, and washer hanging off of a chain that was made from stainless steel, would y'all be that impressed? Same thing. It's a Zimbabwe gold. This is stainless steel. It says stainless steel on it. It doesn't say false gold, fool's gold, gold imitation gold. It doesn't say gold plated, gold dipped, gold schmuckled. It just says stainless steel. This is a lion. This is the skull of a lion. Watch, he's gonna just fall out the window now. Holy shit, this ain't gonna be cool. It's stainless steel, but I got a heart of real gold. Exactly, look at that. Ah, they call me Lionheart. Lionheart. Gotta swim through this drip. One from the mighty Mississippi. Bitch, don't give me lip. Don't let another word slip. Don't trip. Ah, shit, look at this man, gangster. What up, lady? I'm thugging. I'm that badass bitch mode boss. Most Americans prefer diamonds over gold. I prefer gold over diamonds or silver or anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like to be bedazzled. Give me some bling. I don't mind some, saying 3 nice stones on a ring. It can be fancy. I don't mind a little bit of platinum and white gold with my yellow gold, rose gold, like a boss. I bounce back like a lion without even trying. There's no denying the reality I sell. Oh my goodness, everybody's buying. I just killed a little bird. A little bird was in distress, and I said, "Birdie, no. No, no," and that birdie got undressed. I peeled his feathers back. I need some grub. Oh shit. Every time I come around the city, bling bling, pinky ring worth 50 cents, bitch. Caca! I'm like them Asians. I brag about how less I spend for my shit. It's better now. I don't. Hey, what up? I'm sorry, I lost my place. But damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so ain't got nothing going down. Everything in the club is going down. Every time I grab a gold pair of jeans, we are back. We are golden. There's a cow sucking on another cow's boobies. My internet is cooked. I am in the middle of nowhere. I am in a town called Timbuktu, around people that are very few, if you know what I mean. Doodly-doo. Take it easy, chokers. Don't be so bogus. Next time, catch you on the flip side. Bogus. Chokers the Magnificent. Ah, that son of a bitch. From a long line of bogus chokuses. Another one, son. Roads. Many roads to nowhere. Yet, some lead you. What does it mean, chokers? It means wherever I may go. Oh my goodness, it's like a movie. Damn, you missed my rap. I was rapping. I was dropping bars, son. Oh shit, that shit would have went viral. Biz-viral. Because I'm a biz-nos. Yeah, but y'all didn't catch it, so you're a biz-nos. Oh shit, floss and flawless. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Look at this guy. How you doing, sir? Is it still bad? Has it improved yet? Is it improving as we speak? What in the hell does it even mean? I never was able to find my fuse for my radio. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. What in the hell? Whoa, man, I'm losing control. Whoa, we're going way too fast, dude. Alright, what's it like, man? Do we got any bars? My truck signal booster thing broke. I got a big bruise on my arm. Probably got some kind of infection. Pink eye. These damn fucking aliens that have come down, been hanging out amongst us lately. I think they're illegal, but I haven't asked about documentation. What in the hell? Cheers, DFDS. How in the hell are you doing, man? There's a whole lot of letters in your name. That's like an acronym. That's an acronym, better than an acronym. It's an acronym. She don't talk to me anymore. I must have really pissed her off. She just must have stabbed me in the face with a laser. No, she's doing well last time I talked to her. She's a truly exceptional person. Maybe one of the best people in the world. Yes, indeed. I can't wait till the next time I can dance with her. On a live stream! Oh yeah. We're planning another collab soon. Oh! Some make it, some don't. Darn. Gentry Church. Must be for old people. But yeah, I don't know if y'all caught the kayaking video. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I need to do a stream. She's always busy. She's a volunteer for the Scientology Association. And she's always getting calls and stuff. It's crazy. Kayaking. Oh, shit. Call it yakking. You know what I mean? 'Cause we got that Riz factor. So if you got the Riz, you want to say yak. Yeah, we was yakking. What's the ticket? She's got a beautiful pink canoe. I love it. I mean a kayak. I'm sorry. You're a son of a bitch. What in the game? Man, you know what I really want? Mushroom pizza. Nothing but mushrooms. Matter of fact, I want a giant mushroom cap that's got cheese and pizza sauce on it, and pepperonis, and some black olives. Like a real mushroom pizza. What in the hell? Did you hear that noise? It was a ding-dong noise. Oh shit. We're coming to an end of the road right here. Stop sign coming up soon. Yakking. Take and go right here. Gotta go to the. Maybe I go to this place and they can help me. Tell me where my damn. Wouldn't that be fancy? A real shroomy pizza. All right. Oh my god! I think it's cool. There's nobody coming. Return. Delicioso. Man, I wish I had. Oh my god, there's a nice little stream right there to kayaking. Charlie want you to make them some egg sandwiches. They've been waiting for you to wake up. Oh my goodness. So what you do is instead just make deviled eggs. And you make like 12 deviled eggs. And you put 4 deviled eggs on each piece of bread, right? And then put another piece of bread on top of it. And so you make a deviled egg sandwich. And I take them things right there. And what I like to do is I like to smash them up and then cut them into quarters. And eat like, oh, it's perfect. Like 2 eggs. These guys with their extended ears. Extended lips. Dot, extended lips. I need to get me some food. What in the O'Reilly Hill? Fried egg sandwiches. What the hell? Fried egg sandwiches. Oh, but, oh, you don't actually fry the sandwich, you just fry the egg. Okay, okay. Alright, I see. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. I can twerk it. I can see what you're working with. What in the hell? I'm gonna go see if this is it right here in this damn thing. What in the absolute hell?
So get this. I've been trying to figure. I fried a fuse. Long story. I put my battery in. I messed some things up. Threw some sparks. Okay. I've been trying to find in my truck. The radio won't turn on, and I've gone through my user's guide. I've gone through all my stuff to try and find what fuse is blown. I can't find any blown fuses. It's like Dodge did an aftermarket fuse install for their radios. So I finally found a video. You follow this cable back off the power, off the positive, all the way. Where's it at? Can't see. Sorry, one sec. Oh. Right here. It's fused like an amp, like like we used to install in our cars to put in amps. That fuse right there is blown. It's 20 amp fuse. Anyways, I just had to share with you guys. That was crazy. So get this. I've been trying to figure.
Hell if I know. Hell if I fucking know. I can't find my damn fuse for that son bitch for nothing. I should have got some skins while I was out. That could be it. That could be it. I've heard rumors of the same. Oh, my radio's working. What time is it that I know not to drive out here? So it's not ending. I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna wait for all these cars. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. Fucking cocksucking retarded motherfucking ass shit. Flying fuck. What my fucking goddamn life? Bunch of fucking cocksucking fucking retarded people. Massive fucking herds of them. Oh, look at this guy. He's got a tiny arm. Holy shit. What's up, LA? Let me get the crispy chicken burrito. Yeah, the meal with a Sprite.
Okay, yeah, okay. You want one or two?
Just one.
One? Okay. You want the avocado ranch or the ranchero? One.
The avocado ranch is probably fine.
Avocado ranch. Alright, anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Alright, so 5
Awesome. What up, Film? How you doing, brother? You're on the islands now, man. He's on the island now. You're in the Caribbean. Tell Don C I said what it do. Throw up some non-gang affiliated gang signs and have it done. Represent Show City, you know what I'm saying? The Caribbean.
Mango moon and banana sunshine, and on this tropical island there lives a cousin of mine. Sometimes he lives in the water, sometimes he lives on the land. Sometimes he likes to go sun himself on soft Caribbean sand. He's a Caribbean amphibian. He likes to hop in the tropical sea. Caribbean amphibian, a frog in the coconut tree. The flying fish and the turtles, they've seen him hop where the pineapples grow. He likes to see all the islands, so island hopping he goes. Sometimes he hops to Jamaica, sometimes to Haiti he hops. Sometimes a warm
That's fine. If you did, don't worry about it.
beach is where he finally stops.
No, I'm fine.
He's
Thank
a
you, sir.
Caribbean amphibian. He likes to hop in the tropical sea. Caribbean amphibian. A frog in the coconut tree.
A frog in the coconut tree.
Sometimes he lives in the water. Sometimes he lives on the land. Sometimes he likes to play music with an old amphibian band. He's a Caribbean amphibian. He likes to hop in the tropical sea. Caribbean amphibian. A frog in a coconut tree. Everybody! Caribbean amphibian. He likes to hop in the tropical sea. Caribbean amphibian. A frog in a coconut tree. A frog in a coconut tree.
Man, this is good. This tastes like a frog and a coconut tree. Can I get better? I don't know. Up there with All right. You would shit your pants on a jet ski out in open water. What in the hell are you doing wearing pants on a jet ski and out in open water? I see sea turtles. Bingo, bango, bong, ripski. What up, brother? I see turtle people. Where's the Bingo's a lurkle? A lurkle. They call him a lurk. Ah, you son of a bitch! I'm about to lurkle up your asshole. What in the hell? What up, Daniel Berry? DB. The boss. The Brunswick badass. Do the Bukaki burden. Holy shit, ball moon. Look at everyone comment when the king comes in. Ha ha. All hail the king. You're talking about me, right? Every time I turn on the chat, so many people comment. Oh, it's amazing. But Bingo gets a little love too. Like a boss. You see all the cuts and shit? That was glass. I had bleeding all over my face. I had glass all inside my eyeball. I don't know if you can see all the little cuts. My arm's got little cuts all over it. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Where's the top at? Like the bottle top. We've asked Bingo to be more positive for the past 10 years or so. It's what some people do. But there's no doubt about it. Bingo goes in with a good heart, and he's trying to be funny. He's trying to exercise some wit or something. But as is often the case, the best intentions often turn to shit. I don't know that anybody was talking shit. I think Bingo got a warm and hearty welcome. It's very touching. I didn't miss 420. I don't have any herb. All I have is these green hand grenades. Did you get a 10 or you burn? You got a great 10. Holy shit. Some people say, I got a gay 10. And I'm like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Well, everything is tanned except for like a little, you know what I mean? The Franks and Beans on the backside, you know what I'm saying? Looks like he's got a sausage with 2 huge teardrops just crawling on his ass. Gay 10. Some people worship Satan. Some people worship Gatans. Whatever. Some worship is some worship. A mean tan line. Now that's a tan line that'll slap you silly for no apparent reason. What in the hell? Alright, I'm gonna be back in just a little while. I've got to go dig in my box of stuff in my storage and get some stuff. You ever heard of a poop corn tan? Neither have I. I just thought I'd ask. Don't be judging me, no judgmental. Oh. A poop corn tan. What the hell y'all talk about poop corn tans in here for, you sons of bitches? What up, Big Kush? How you doing, brother? His pattern of behavior is quite clear. Listen, he's been himself for the past longest time ever. I don't imagine he's going to go changing anytime soon. I think we should love him and appreciate him for his great music contribution, along with his... I'm sure there's got to be something else. What up, Big Kush? I thought you liked my Baboon times Master Kush. I bred that. I made that. That's my weed. Slothy Kush. That's some fire, man. Don't be tripping. Big Kush has got some fucking dank going on. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. But you can't give him all the credit for fucking the goddamn tasty ass fucking fire that was Meltopia. Sloth Kush. Bred by Melty. Collaboration Big Kush and the one and only SlothyHeads. He's got tons of great seeds. I got millions of seeds. Purple fucking nugs, fire nugs, tasty nugs. Whatever. I've proven my contribution to the scene, and I've proven how fucking meaningless and whatever it all is. So, there's always that. It's okay. Maybe I'll never make seeds again in my whole life. And long after I'm gone, maybe somebody will pop a seed that I fucking bred and say, God damn it, that motherfucker had something. He was for real, but he was not recognized. Ginger farts are dank as fuck. No shit, huh? Frosty, how melty is the hash? The meltiness of the hash, the oiliness, the fucking, like, when you take a toke of it, what I'm looking for is like the flavor, that oil that coats your tongue. It's like, damn. And it don't go away. Good luck. But honestly speaking, anybody that's got basically any Master Kush crosses from me, anything that I cross with Master Kush, when I cross that with itself, it reverts back to Master Kush. That's how dominant the Master Kush genes are. That's how stable they are. She'll go right back to Master Kush. And then all you gotta do is select the one that tastes like fucking passion fruit. If you don't know what passion fruit tastes like, go and buy a good passion fruit, and then you'll know. You really want the Cali cut, or you want to hunt it out. I had the Cali cut. That's what all my plants used to do, because I planted too late in the season, so I get these little fucking cucumber-sized fucking buds, little short plants. RF3, I know RF3. Fuck me and RF3, fucking goddamn. We did some collaborations together in breeding. What you know about RF3? The electrician? The tradesman? I know RF3, that's funny. I hung out with that son of a bitch. Go to coloradoclone.com. Film junkie. You can order whatever you want to, brother. Not just taco clones. Good quality hash. No doubt about it, bro. But I'm going to tell you the truth about it. If you're in Florida, there's probably about a 50% chance that you smoked weed that I've grown. If you smoke between, we'll say 2006 and 2017, you very well could have smoked my herb. Coast to coast. Coast to coast. Like a boss. You very well could have. I don't know if you smoked my Master Kush or not, but there's a strong chance you could have. Like a boss. Alrighty then. Did I show you my my yakety yak? Don't talk back kayak. All right, let's see what they say. Right. Let's see if I gotta refresh my chat. I'm sorry, guys. I had to refresh my chat. You missed some of the stream, Tina? I'm not headed anywhere, Tina. I'm just kind of waiting on a... I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. I don't know what to do. I need money. I need work. I'm waiting on a call for some kind of job. It sucks. All right. Oh, got it. Drink your beer. Drink your beer. DR, a bottle of ink. A Y, an or. A B, and an ear. What do y'all think? Did I nail it? Nailed it. Gonna be 600 fucking bucks, 700 bucks to get a fucking window in my truck. Let's see what the fucking insurance company's gonna pay for. What the fuck, man? Pretty freaking gay. Meet me out in gay land. It's going down. All right. So what's up with today's current events? Anything happening in the news that you guys want to go over and talk about? Meet me in the club. It's going down. Filterless. Because who needs lungs anyway? Meet me in the club. It's going down. So I go buy fuses. I check all my fuses. My fuses were all fine. And I thought, well, I'll just get a pack of fuses just in case. I'll look into it a little further. Then when I opened up the truck, it all worked. I guess the fuse was low. It was corroded or something. Meet me in the hood. It's going down. Let's get Bingo fired up. Melty, what year did Skunk #1 come out? In the early 70s. In the early 70s, I believe. It was probably created in the 60s, and it probably gained popularity in the 70s, I would imagine. But it might have been developed during the early 70s. 70s. It was introduced to Europe in the 1980s, TK. So yeah, y'all got skunk in the 80s, and in America we got skunk in the 70s.
Bud. Hey, hey, who? You. Hey, me? Yeah. Come here. What? Come here. What? Nah. You look like an intelligent young man. I do? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do, sure. You look like someone who'd be interested in a bargain. A bargain? Yeah. Why, sure, why not? Are you a salesman? Right. Oh. What do you sell? Eights. Eights, like the number 8. Like the number 8. Right. That's kind of a weird thing to be selling. Listen, you take this 8 here, see? It's very useful. You buy it. You hang it on the wall. On the wall? Why should I buy an 8 and hang it on the wall? Next time you wonder how many legs an octopus has, you look at the 8. Octopus has 8 legs. The octopus has 8 legs. Right, right. Oh, when you forget how many reindeer Santa Claus has, dig the 8. 8 reindeer. 8 reindeer. Right. Yeah, right. Or when you can't remember what time you eat breakfast in the morning. You ready? I eat breakfast at 8. I eat breakfast at 8. Right. Now, you wanna buy a 8?
You want to buy an 8?
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did was we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own selves.
And it was a rebellion, in this case, against violence.
No. It was a rebellion against being identified with our parents. In 1950.
My father had died. He never lived to see me do it. And when he died, I was inconsolable. I thought I'd never smile or laugh again. And the only thing that got me out of that space was a comedian friend of mine, the late, great Norm Macdonald. That's right. Shout out to Norm. And what Norm did, which I'll never forget, is he knew that I was the biggest Jim Carrey fan in the world. Now, I'm not going to go all into it, but Jim Carrey is talented in a way that you can't practice or rehearse. What a God-given talent. I was fascinated with him. And Norm knew that. And he called me up and he goes, Dave, he says, I'm doing a movie with Jim Carrey. Do you want to meet him? And I said, yes, I do. And it was the first time I could remember since my father died being excited. And the movie was called Man on the Moon. I didn't know any of this. And in this movie, Jim Carrey was playing another comedian I admired, the late, great Andy Kaufman. And Jim Carrey was so immersed in that role that from the moment he woke up to the time he went to bed at night, he would live his life. That's Andy Kaufman. I didn't know that. When they said cut, it's still Andy Kaufman. So much so that everybody on the crew called him Andy. I didn't know any of that. I just went there to meet him, and when he walked into the room where we were supposed to meet, I screamed, "Jim Carrey!" And everyone said, "No! Call him Andy." And I didn't understand. And then he came over and he was acting weird. I didn't know he was acting like Andy Kaufman. Just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Hello." Andy? Now, in hindsight, how fucking lucky am I that I got to see one of the greatest artists of my time immersed in one of his most challenging processes ever. Very lucky to have seen that. But as it was happening, I was very disappointed. Because I wouldn't...
All right, I want y'all to look at this car. Created Coupe Dog. This is called the Coupe Dog. This is what duct tape, plumbing hose, diamond plate, fiberglass, just some regular drywall screws. oh, it's got a see-through. You can see through. You can see the engine. All right,
I gotta just do this. Okay, really scared.
Are you okay?
Yes and no. Like, something really amazing happened to me and you, but you're not aware of it, but it's also might be kind of awful for you to hear about it. But, you know, obviously that we hooked, well, I know you didn't really remember me that well, but we hooked up 3 years ago, right? You remember that now, I assume?
Yeah.
You have a daughter.
They just studied the moon rocks that they got in 1969, and they just realized that the collision that created the moon was not a graze. It was actually something a lot more impactful.
This guy reads up on everything, so if you're
You gotta watch out for him. Yeah. we gotta watch out. So the question is, how deep did it actually graze? And it could not have gone too deep, because if you get too deep in Earth, on Earth, when Earth was molten in its early days, the heavy stuff fell to the middle, the lighter stuff floated to the top. So nearly all of Earth's iron and platinum and iridium and gold is in our core. And if you get swiped enough to reach the core, you would scatter the heavy elements into what would become the moon, and the moon would have an appreciable amount of heavy elements, and it doesn't. For something that size, it should have a whole iron core, and it's got nothing.
They just studied.
Time for the booger sugar. Guy's at a restaurant with his brand new date, and he has to go to the bathroom really bad, so he says he sees me, jumps up, runs back to the bathroom. Well, the men's room, of course, is out of order, so he's like, no, this isn't happening. This is the worst thing ever. So he looks over, and the women's room's open, so he runs in there, shuts and locks the door. He goes and sits down, and he's doing his business, and he kind of looks around. He's like, man, the women's rooms are always nicer than men. This is crazy. He looks over to his left, and on the side of the toilet there's 3 buttons, and it says WW, WA, and ATR. He's like, what the hell is that? Men's room don't have that. So he gets done with his business, and he reaches over to toilet paper. He's like, I gotta know. Being a man, of course, he's got to press buttons, right, ladies? So he reaches over and he pushes the WW button, and boom, warm water shoots all over his butt. And he's just like, oh my God, that is so great. Oh, and it cleans him completely. So he's like, well, what's the WA button do? So he reaches over and he pushes the WA button, and warm air shoots all over his butt and dries his butt nice and dry. And he just can't believe it. It's heavenly. So he's like, well, what's the ATR button do? So he pushes the ATR button, and next thing you know, he wakes up in the hospital, and he's, here's the beeping of the monitors, and his eyes open up, and the nurse comes walking over. He's like, what happened? I don't know what happened. I was at a fancy restaurant with my new girlfriend, and all of a sudden I went to the bathroom, and I just remember pushing a button, and now here I am. And she's like, oh, honey, yes. You push the ATR button. And he goes, well, what the hell's the ATR button? And she goes, oh, that's the automatic tampon remover. Guy's at a restaurant with his brand new date, and he has to go to the bathroom really bad, so he says, excuse me, jumps up, runs back to the...
This is the largest Buc-ee's in the entire world. All we know is a damn beaver on a billboard has been yelling at us to exit.
I freaking love that little beaver already.
Bro, hey, Park. A wise man once told me, if you could look in your closet, look in your driveway, and look inside your house and see more money than you can see when you look inside your bank account, you's a poor fool. Oh, a wise man once...
Did you have a question? The families, right? We were talking about what's a bad day look like for you.
I heard that you bought a military base in Alabama. Is that true? A military base?
As starving comedians would do.
I don't know if you're being truthful or not. Did you really buy one?
Yeah, Fort McClellan. Yeah, what? Because the reason why like my life works in golf and off the golf course is because I follow instruction well, right? Mm-hmm. So if I see somebody do a good job, I just want to do a good job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow the example.
Yeah.
Right? So Tyler Perry got a military base.
That's correct.
Made it into a movie studio and started making movies. Cat Williams.
I heard that you bought a...
How do you feel about that?
That's very racist.
Yeah, it hits us in a way.
For her, it's like...
You doing Asian accents, dude?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hurts my feelings.
Okay.
And I don't want you to do it anymore.
You heard it here first.
Have you tried a dating app that's only for little people?
That's a good question. I have not tried it, but there is one.
What's it called?
Hold on.
Let's guess.
Give us a chance.
I got one. Okay.
What's it called?
Fumble. There's a Japanese X-Men called Sunfire.
Sunfire.
They don't say it like that. But underneath,
It's bubbling.
is Bubbalo.
Bubbalo.
What? If you do an Asian accent again, the cacti,
Yeah.
one cacti.
One cacti.
Oh. You know what, dude?
One cacti. Don't do that. Don't.
Eminem and Proof shared one of the deepest bonds in hip-hop. Here's an interesting fact. I lost sleep for a week over this. Ready? You look at the common ancestor between humans and mushrooms, split later than its common ancestors with green plants. What that means is we and mushrooms are more alike than either we or mushrooms are to green plants. We talk about mushrooms tasting meaty. Last I checked, no one has ever accused kale of tasting meaty. So in a way, we're kind of biting into ourselves.
Are giants actually real like the Bible says? Watch this.
We were in Chiapas, Mexico, and on a mountain, we saw a giant. I'm not talking about a 9-footer, 10-footer. I'm talking about mid-20s. Not for a glimpse, not a second. For about 25 minutes, I stared at it. It did not rattle my faith one bit.
No.
Because I already know how to process all this. I said, Jerry, I want you to softly turn around. He said, why? And I said, because there is something, a giant on the top of that hill, and I've been looking at it for 20, 30 minutes. And Jerry turned around and went, oh my gosh! And then when he did the thing, kind of stood up like this and just turned around and looked. Hey, Jerry, did we see a giant in Mexico? Yes, sir. Okay, there it is.
Are giants actually...
JJ's father wants a...
How old are you, Elmo?
Elmo is 3.5 years old.
And how long have you been 3.5?
The mid-80s.
Since the mid-80s. That would put you around 35? And do you think it's okay for a 35-year-old to play with a young girl?
Elmo is only 3.5.
Right. There's something you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen? Elmo is leaving now.
Descended to... How old are you?
Yugoslavs were looking for peace and I know you guys are all looking at me. You see my face. It's a little different. You're probably thinking, what happened? Right? That's what everybody asks me when they first meet me. What happened to your face? Let's talk about it. We're here, right? A couple years ago, I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Okay, yeah. I don't know what y'all's symptoms were, but this was my Fauci ouchie. This is what we're dealing with here. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if the government's listening, so I want to say that was a joke. I was actually born this way. It's a genetic thing. I was born to two great parents. My mother is a spicy Latina. My father was Sloth from the Goonies.
What up, film
So, yeah, nepotism. I know you... Waffle fry, Philly cheese.
What do you do if a great white bumps you? And I said, well, I'd be scared and I would swim to shore. And he says, you know how fast they can swim in the water? He says, at 40 miles an hour. So the fastest swimmer in the world can outswim this. So that's the smart guy. Now, he's actually the dumb guy. And when you splash, 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 you are saying, come eat me. It's exciting him. He's saying, your food. Okay, it's not personal. Yeah, it's, but he's going to have to eat you. So if you program it in your brain, you're swimming, and you think about it a lot, what would you do? And he bumped you. If you immediately attacked him, it's only an instant, and he bumps you, and you scratch his eyeball or grab his gill, he's gone. Doesn't want to mess with you. Because these sharks, these great whites, in the womb, if there's 7 babies in there, the winner is the one that eats all of them. That's how they're born. That's how they are fed in the womb. Then they're born and they come out fighting. What do you do if a great white bumps you? And I said, well, I'd be scared. I would swim to shore. And he says, you know how fast they can swim in the water? He says, at 40 miles an hour. So the fastest swimmer in the world can outswim this. So that's the smart guy. Now, he's actually the dumb guy. And when you splash, 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 you are saying, come eat me. It's exciting him. He's saying, your food. Okay, it's not personal. Yeah, it's, but he's going to have to eat you. So if you program it in your brain that you're swimming and you think about it a lot, what would you do? And he bumped you. If you immediately attacked him, it's only an instant, and he bumps you, and you scratch his eyeball or grab his gill, he's gone. Doesn't want to mess with you. Because these sharks, these great whites in the womb, if there's 7 babies in there, the winner is the one that eats all of them. That's how they're born. That's how they...
Humpty Hump and Slick Rick run from the nasal palate.
Nas runs from the back of his
I never got the vaccine.
Biggie is a swinger. He swings like a horn player.
I didn't give enough of a fuck about any of the old stupid people. And as a matter of fact, I didn't get a vaccine with the hopes that I could spread COVID to as many people as possible. And if you think that's wrong, I had no different intentions than the United States government.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
The powers involved. So, I mean, it didn't concern me.
We're gonna make it to the mountaintop. One day,
It mattered not to me. And I'm glad I did. Because come to find out, a lot of people that got the vaccine were worse off than the people that didn't get the vaccine. What in the hell?
the children will be able to play together. All the children, it's like,
What in the hell? What up, penis breath? Penis breath. You know, I was the first person to call anybody penis breath. For real. All right. All right. head to go to he's checking the box, I think. Go to checkout. If I was a Frenchman, I would be like, what in the hell? My back is so fucked up, guys. So my hips are fucking all crazy rolled out. Well, I looked at my x-rays. And I thought my ass was getting fat, my belly was getting big. But no, it's because of my hips is fucking rolled off and my ass is just, my hips is just jammed to the back like that and the front is slipped forward. I need some medical herb. That, there's a penis salve I was looking for, and I heard that it really was good for pain relief. I just wasn't how sure to apply it. I've got ideas. I've got ideas. Man, I wish I had a fucking medicinal herb right now. But in the name of science and science-like things, what in the hell? It's been a long time and a long blunt over weekend. Oh shit. That's a long blunt over weekend, cuz. Can you imagine that? I can't even stand up. No doubt. I stay away from baseball. That way I never strike out. There's a whole bird party going on. Need to get earbuds. Why? Here we are talking about good, high quality cannabis, and you just want some fucking ear smoke. What the fuck? I guess what you're trying to say is you want some weed that is loud. You can listen to podcasts. You ever listen to a podcast? That's when somebody throws a turd at a wall and it makes a splat. You got the vaccine and you got 6 boosters. They call him Bingo Vaccine Lombardi. He wasn't fucking around. BTV represent. Vaccinardi. Bingo holds signs in the street also, but they're gang signs. They're all fucking gang affiliated. He's like, what up, West Side? And he's all like, represent your city. What a disaster. Everyone is getting cancer. Disaster. That depends. If you one of the people that think the world is overpopulated and that people, due to their ignorance and their uninformed nature, they bring upon all sorts of cancers and diseases upon themselves. Knowing this, is it any better? I would never get vaxxed. Did you know that people call a vagina an axe wound? What female in chat has referred to the vagina as an axe wound? Axe wound. Holy shit. Y'all probably don't believe me. Let's look it up. Is a vagina also known as an axe wound? Yes. The term axe wound is used as a slang term for the vulva or vagina. It is considered vulgar and offensive by many. Why is axe wound vulgar? You can't say cunt and you can't say axe wound. That seems like that's a total, you're literally impeding on my freedom of speech. What am I supposed to say? Some people call it a hatchet wound. Sounds like there's a bug in the bag. Or there's a bee in this bag. Hey, look here, little bee. Be free. Be free. It says, some misogynistic assholes refer to the vagina as an axe wound or a hatchet wound because it vaguely resembles one. I think it also includes the period element. A vagina on the rag is the fucking axe wound. Shelly's around. I need to work on my axe wound knowledge. For usage. For usage. I'd love to shove my love pump into her axe wound. Only thing is, I bet she wouldn't mentally be there because she'd be thinking about how fat and ugly she looked, naked and all. Have you ever tried waxing your armpits? I don't think my missus would welcome a wax attack on her axe wound. What up, Skeptic? How you been, brother? How is life treating you, my man? I have missed you also, bro. I have missed you also. I would call it a man axe. God damn. God damn. Look, there goes big ass Skeptic. What does a gat mean? God damn. God. God damn. I've missed you a lot, Skeptic, man. I hope you've been well, brother. I've been struggling, man. Struggling mentally and physically. I've been struggling emotionally. But I'm alive.
Ah, Louisiana. Mardi Gras, swamps, and French?
People boy, c'est pas dur comme New Orleans.
Even though France last colonized Louisiana in 1803, there are still some people here who, even though they grew up in America, are actually native French speakers. But even though people here often refer to it as French, it is completely different from what you hear in Paris. Louisiana Creole, over the centuries, has turned into a separate language that is not mutually intelligible with standard French. UNESCO classifies Louisiana Creole as severely endangered, but me and Talib, a 12th generation Louisiana Creole speaker, went around rural Louisiana trying to see if we could find people who still spoke the language, and the results were somewhat unexpected. But first, thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. ExpressVPN is my go-to solution for privacy and security online. I've been using ExpressVPN as a paying customer for years, even before they started sponsoring my channel. And that's because ExpressVPN encrypts and reroutes 100% of my internet traffic through their secure servers, wherever I am in the world. This means that ExpressVPN can help you get around government, school, or employer internet censorship, and also prevent your internet service provider from seeing what you do online, which they are legally allowed to do in the US and the UK. And let's be honest, sometimes...
This video is a pro-Palestinian
I haven't been
protester
streaming
for the
much.
first time ever hearing the Israeli narrative. You will not find this on the internet, and most people don't even get to this point. I really encourage you to stick around. This is going to be a good one.
Every Jew should get on their knees and beg for forgiveness for the theft of Palestine, historic Palestine. You're saying that they're the only
Historic
tribe.
Judea, the Romans called the land Palestine as an act of colonization. there's a context behind everything that you say that you're not including.
I don't like what you're saying at all.
Of course you don't like what I'm saying, because it counters an argument that you're trying to delegitimize Jewish right to exist. You're using suffering as political ammunition to target each other will only continue the conflict. I'm not
native homeland because God gave it
No,
to you
because
5,000 years
that's
ago.
where we lived. That's actually where we lived.
Not where you live.
Why are you screaming? Shalom, my name is Rudy Rockman. We're outside of the 2020 APAC Policy Conference, Hebrew Year 5780.
Skeptic, I'm glad you're here,
Our
brother.
mission is to engage with the protesters outside, to break out of our echo chambers, and to either expose anti-Semitism or to create genuine, nuanced conversations in order to write a better future together. Let's see what we get. Yalla. How's everything?
Last year.
Oh yeah? Did we have a conversation last year?
Might have.
Okay. So what's your stance on why you're here today?
I'm here because I oppose the illegal occupation that Israel perpetrates on the Palestinians, the continued human rights violations, the confiscation of lands with the illegal settlements, the torturing and imprisonment of people without cause or even charging them. What else? Everybody should be protesting these things.
Okay, so
and all these people.
So before addressing this thing, are you also against the murders of Jews and the removal of Jews from their lands? So it's not just for Palestinians, it's for people in the land.
Okay, so let me just tell you about
Yes.
that. Israel has an uneven power in this region.
Currently, because
Wait a minute.
because until '67 it was the uneven power.
Israel is the one who is illegally occupying Palestine. Wait a minute. Israel's in the one who's in violation of international law. Israel is the one
But let's break down each one. First of all, before we get into the illegal, okay, explain to me how Israel occupies land.
How Israel occupies land.
Yes. Which land, first of all, are you talking about?
First
Just
of
the
all,
West Bank or Israel today?
I'm talking about me right now. I'm talking about the West Bank.
Okay.
But honestly, every Jew should get on their knees and beg for forgiveness except of Palestine. But at this point, there's no two-state solution. So it's all one country, and it's always one country.
Okay, so can I respond to you? I don't believe in it.
You're interviewing me, so
No, I want to have a conversation. Real conversation between real two human beings that actually care for the people there.
Okay.
So I don't believe in a two-state solution, okay? But in the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, you have a three-part division of the land: Area A, Area B, and Area C. Right? The Palestinians control completely Area A. There's a mutual control of Area B, and Israel controls completely Area C.
There's no complete control of any part.
Area A is completely controlled by the Palestinians. It is.
No,
it is. They control it militarily and municipality-wise.
They may control.
That's a fact. Area A is controlled 100% by the Palestinians. I don't know what else there is to say about that.
totally brain dead.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
She's totally brain dead.
People are not free.
Oh, they're not, because the Palestinian Authority is on its 15th year of their 4-year term. The Palestinian Authority does not really represent the
I don't like the
Palestinians.
Palestinian Authority.
Me neither.
But I'm telling you.
But they're in the control of Area
in
A.
violation of Palestinian human rights. Not.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
That's another topic. That's another topic. Let's focus on one. How is the fact that Jews live in their native homeland? I'm not
Native homeland because God gave it to you 5,000
because
years
that's
ago.
where we lived. That's actually where we lived.
not where
Why
you
is
live.
Why is you
Where is your family from?
My family's from Judea.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
The
Where's
Jews
your great grandfather from?
Where they were born or where they come from?
Where are they from?
Where they from is from Judea.
Where were they born?
Where they born is not where they're from, because they were displaced from the land. The same way Palestinians are born elsewhere today, you wouldn't say that that's where they're from, right? So just because my family was displaced from my homeland, do not say that that's where they're from.
It wasn't your homeland. It was Palestine.
So what?
And
Who named the land Palestine?
It was always Palestine.
But at some point, there was someone that called the land Palestine.
You know what? Your reasoning, I think you're very delusional.
I'm asking you a genuine question.
He's delusional.
I don't think you're being really genuine.
Who named the land Palestine? You can't answer it, so you're telling me I'm delusional. The Romans called the land Palestine. This was 500 years before the birth of Islam, and they named it because it was Judea before. There was a civilization of the Jewish people, and the Romans called it that land.
It was the majority. There were other.
No, 2,000 years ago. No, you're mixing up your facts now. You're mixing up your facts. 2,000 years ago.
You're lying.
The Philistines are from the island of Crete off of Greece.
No, there were other tribes there besides the Israelites.
Oh, so now you admit that the Jews were there.
Oh yeah, they were there.
Okay, so all right, now we've already gone somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Who was the first tribe there?
I don't know who the first
I mean, the Jews aren't a tribe, they're 12 tribes, but who was the first
I
peoples
don't know
there?
who the first tribe
Okay, so historically, when you dig in the land and you look at historical records, records of other nations that have poured in, they talk about the Jewish people being there. The Roman Empire colonized.
I'm not disputing that the Jewish people were there.
Okay, the Roman
But they
Empire.
weren't the only ones there that they
The Roman Empire conquered Judea. They killed Jesus. Okay, and they renamed the land Palestine. This is 500 years before the birth of Islam. Why is that important? Because Arabs spread from Arabia through Islam. So Arabs had not lived in that land yet.
Look, buddy, I'm a Christian.
My name is Rudy, by the way. You can
My
refer to
name
me.
is Joanne. I just don't like the way you're reasoning. I think you're twisting the truth.
You don't like the fucking facts.
Because it counters an argument that you're trying to delegitimize Jewish right to exist.
No, it's not. It's your.
You said 2 seconds ago that the Jews didn't exist there, and then now you say that they do.
The European Jews were
They're
from
not European.
all of
They're from Judea. They were displaced into Europe. So you're saying that the Ashkenazi Jews?
They were one of the tribes in Palestine. They were one of them. You are trying to claim that it was all.
What do you mean Ashkenazi are not one tribe? They're not a tribe.
Right. I'm not talking about Ashkenazi. I'm talking about the tribes in Palestine, in ancient and historic Palestine. You're saying that they're the only
Historic
tribe.
Judea. The Romans called the land Palestine as an act of colonization. The land was called Judea. Like historically, if you look at records, yes, it
Maybe
was.
it was in the Torah, but
No, I've never mentioned the Torah. I'm definitely not using the Torah as a source.
I don't think you're accurate.
So
And I think
it's
that
important that you said that you think, because you don't know. So that's at least we're being honest here. But if you look at historical records of empires that had lived in the region or had conflict with people in the region, they refer to it as Judea. And I'm saying other nations. I'm saying other nations that had conflicts or had trade or had conversations.
It wasn't all Jews there, though.
Yes, there were non-Jews living there as well. I never said that.
They were the minority.
No, you're talking about 1948 and before that. I'm talking about 2,000 years ago. You're talking about 2,000 years ago, the Jews were a minority.
You're talking about historic Palestine.
Historic Judea. I'm talking before the Romans called it Palestine. You're saying that time when it was Judea, that
We don't need your help. Thank you.
you're saying that at that time the majority were not the Jews living in Judea?
That's right.
Based on what?
That's right.
Based on what? Because if it's a narrative,
Other tribes there.
Jews are not a tribe. Jews are 12
They were
tribes.
from the Israelite tribes.
Right. No. Yes, there's 12 tribes under Israel. Okay? The
But
civil.
they were not the only tribes. But see, you
What
don't
other
wanna
tribes
admit
live
that.
there?
There were other tribes.
What tribes? Other
I know that the Philistines lived there. And there were
do you know the history of the Philistines?
But I know that the Israelites were not, or the 12 other tribes were not the first ones.
Do you know?
And even if they were,
Yeah.
Israel is now in modern Israel, they're in contempt of international law.
How?
They
Okay, let's talk about that. But explain it.
I'm frustrated talking to you.
Why?
Because people expect you to defend your fucking argument. Why do you believe the way you believe? Let's speak about it in facts. Should it be hard? You don't like facts? Study, research, and have a fucking intelligent conversation. You're speaking based on emotions because you think somebody's offended or somebody being mistreated.
No, it's not the first time I've heard it, but there's a context behind everything that.
What about the other side?
So you said that it's illegal according to UN law.
It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. So for every man out there that thinks he's a woman trapped in a fucking goddamn man's body, he's trapped in a man's body. He thinks that everybody should say that he's a woman because he says so. And everybody wants to get offended because of this man. And they feel like his rights are being fucking violated because he's not being looked at as a woman, even though that's not what he actually is. Even though that's not what he actually is. We have a problem with this. We have to get offended. Why? For what reason? For what reason exactly is there to be offended by that? You're a man who feels like you were trapped inside of a man's body and you should have been born a woman. That doesn't mean that you're a woman. You're getting offended. Why? What about all the women who are bona fide women? They were born with a fucking vagina. They were born with the breast, with everything a woman gets. And here's this man wanting to be treated like them just because, hey, he identifies that way. Who gives a fuck what you identify? It's retarded. What sex are you actually? What is your genitalia hanging off your body? That is what you are. What about the women that get offended? Oh, fuck them. They don't have the right to get offended about that. What kind of world does this live in? Listen, with the freedom of speech, express yourself how the fuck you want to. Don't worry about how anybody else is expressing themselves. If you're worried about you expressing yourself and feeling some kind of fucking being a victim by it, by all means, refrain from expressing yourself in public like anybody else with common sense would do. That's just an idea. That's just, hey, that's just the concept. That's just the concept. Don't have to go and get offended. Don't have to talk about the shit in public, and then you won't get offended by it. You don't care about other people being offended. Why does anybody care about you being offended? And with freedom of speech, grow up. Life is hard. Wear a hard hat. Get used to the fucking shit. Oh, I'm offended. I'm offended. It's retarded. When you can't have a conversation with an intelligent person using reasoning, when they throwing in emotions into the fucking mix and not thinking with their brain, you ain't gonna get fucking nowhere. And you're not gonna make a fucking decent argument. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You'll never be able to achieve that. So in my opinion, do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. And support whoever the fuck you want to support. But by all means, be open to dialogue. Because you may be misinformed. You just might be playing a game based on emotions and feelings. And what the fuck does that matter in the fucking grand scheme of things? What does it matter? If the majority of fucking Muslims, you got fucking what, like 3 billion fucking Muslims in the world, or fucking 1 billion Muslims or something in the world. And the majority of these Muslims are peaceful people. They're not radical. They don't pose a threat. They're not wanting to destroy other people's worlds. So you say, well, we don't want to condemn Islam because of the bad actions of a few radicals. How many radicals are there? Almost 2 million. Almost 2 million, or 200 million, I mean to say, I'm sorry. Which is more than the population of the United States. People that would have other people fucking killed. And so you think that it's not fair for people to be concerned about fucking Muslims or Islam and how that might affect their nation. You think that that's not, that people don't have to, because the majority of Muslims are peaceful. The majority of Germans were peaceful. That didn't stop fucking goddamn 10 million fucking people being fucking killed. 4 million or 6 million of them being Jews. We can't, it's not about whether or not there's fucking, if people feel a certain way about a certain person, let's look at the reason of why they feel that way. And maybe we can do something to remove the fucking contingent element in that. The contentious element, I should say. Who is the one causing the issues? You know? Hey, if we have to say radical Islam is the problem, then we can label, and even Muslims can. You can say, we don't claim them. And you can stand up and fucking say that, hey, we're against them. We're against any fucking terrorist organization. And that's not racist. That's not wrong. That's not anti-Islam. To recognize the fact that there's a great portion, there's a fucking, not the greater portion, 75% or 80% of Islam, non-violent, peaceful. But 15% is a fucking great deal. We just ignore that. Let them perform violence and terrible acts against humanity. Is that fair? Because you're a peace-loving Muslim, we should let the fucking criminals go and do what they do. No, we stand up against evil. It doesn't matter who you are. As a Muslim, you stand up against evil Muslims. As a Christian, you stand up against evil Christians or evil Muslims or evil whatever. As people, we stand against evil. We stand against evil. If we see evil within our own faction of our own, we don't say it's okay. It's okay because they're American. It's okay because they're operating under the guise of Christianity. They're cool. We can accept them. We should give them forgiveness. No, that's ridiculous. But we got to have the ability to communicate about these things. We can be able to share our fucking ideas. You know what I mean? And when people say, oh, that's racism, to share an idea, something that actually creates peace, that create a conversation that can lead to peace, as opposed to just spewing nothing but hate. Personal insults. You know what I mean? Why you talk about the problems with ethnic cleansing. But why is it okay to ethnically cleanse one group and not the other? Either life is sacred and we need to take and come together at the table to fucking say, listen, we recognize all life as sacred. All life is holy. We recognize any person's right to have a child and have a family and be free from the fear of bombs or killings for any fucking reason, regardless of where you live. Regardless of your border, because as human beings, we should all enjoy those same liberties, the same freedoms. Nobody wants to bury their kids. This ain't something that only white people feel this way, or only black people feel this way, only Asians, only Jews. No, every fucking human being desires for their kids to fucking live, for them to be buried by their children, the natural order of things. You know, who's going to win the race? It's the human race. The humans will win the race. The humans ultimately will win the race, regardless of how. Regardless of how. But many humanoid species have come about on this planet and rose and ran this planet, been the top for a long time. And then they died out and were come extinct, only replaced by another type of human. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know. You know what I've been watching? I watched on Netflix. What was the Walking Dead where fucking Michonne and Rick get reunited? Pretty fucking badass. You remember when Rome ran shit? Yeah. They had 1,000-year empire, man. And Germany was supposed to have that too, and they fucked that one up big time. The Third Reich. You son of a bitches. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think it's goofy. People are stupid. I should be allowed to say my side, but you can't say your side. Back your side up with facts. Let's talk about it. Let's examine both sides' arguments with a willingness to learn so we can actually improve our situation. You're just waiting for time to get your word in, and you don't give a fuck. You're not listening to them. You don't care anything they say. They say their side, and then you quickly blurt what you said and then call them fucking shit because they don't see it to you, but you didn't listen, and you don't know how they think. One thing I love on YouTube, I see these guys, and they say, "Okay, listen, I'm gonna read you these quotes," and so they read these quotes, and people automatically assume that this is from the current presidency. And yeah, I saw these liberals, and they tripping out, says we should get him removed. He's terrible. All the quotes they were read were from Democrats. They all so against it if they think that it's from Trump. They get to say, oh, that's terrible. That's racist. They shouldn't be allowed to say that. Well, as soon as they find out a Democrat says it, contextually speaking, evil is fucking evil. It doesn't matter who presents it. So if somebody presents something that you don't like, and then you find out it comes from the side that you happen to side with, You can don't be afraid to say that. Oh, well, that's terrible. Maybe I was wrong. And if you examine all the policies, maybe you'll realize that holy fucking shit. Maybe I don't know who the fuck I am or what the fuck I am. You want to examine my back? All right. What in the hell? Can you see it? What do you think about that back, man? I need to fucking back you out of here. No. If you want to know the biggest gay, check this out. This is one of the coolest songs I've heard in a long time. Lars is gay, but the gayest gay is James.
Corky's gay, Robert's gay, Lars is gay, but the gayest is James. Corky's gay, Robert's gay, Lars is gay, but the gayest is James.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing that always pisses me off. All these fucking Christians, they've never read the Quran a day in their life. And they'll sit there and they'll tell me that in the Quran it tells Muslims to kill Christians. Well, I'm sorry to let y'all know that I'm actually a reverend and I've studied the Bible. But not only did I study the Bible, I've also studied the Quran. And I can tell you, nowhere in the Quran does it say for a Muslim to kill a Christian. Nowhere. Neither does it say for a Muslim to kill a Jew. Because I've read the Quran. I can tell you exactly what the Quran says. The Quran says that Jews and Christians are followers of the God of Abraham, which makes them brothers, and they're not supposed to harm them. And so when people say, but Muslims say that death to the infidel, what you're trying to tell me is that you're a retard and you do not know what the word infidel means, which is okay. It's fine to be ignorant and not know, but ask a question and be enlightened. If you don't know, don't automatically assume. So what an infidel is a person who rejects the idea of God. Now, if you're a genius and you've got a brain and you're a thinking person, let me ask you a question. How can a person that follows the same God of Abraham be an infidel? Now, this is going to be hard for you to explain and not prove yourself to be a retard. Because either you say, oh, wait a second, I guess Christians and Jews aren't infidels, and maybe Muslims don't want them dead. See, it becomes very fucking interesting. Ignorance is the root of all kind of hate. Now, are there radical writings from Islam that promote terror and hatred upon Jews and Christians? There are. That is not found in the Quran. That's clerical writings. That's different. Quran. Quran. Quran, whatever you want to say it. Bhagavad Gita, some shit. Whatever the fucking word is. Anyway, point is not changed. Only by people that are fucking stupid and they stop listening because I mispronounced the word. I don't expect those people to you won't get that. You won't get many things. You probably won't get too far in life. And that's okay. That's okay. To each and all their own. Your path is your path, and you'll arrive at your destination on your own time. And if you never get to the desired destination, that's your own fault. Such is fucking life. There's always fucking that. And the gayest James. Kirk is gay. Robert's gay. Lars is gay. But the gayest is James. Yes. It's terrible. It's very, very terrible. We should stand up for basic human rights. This is where we should draw the line at. We shouldn't. We're going to give gay rights. Let me ask y'all a question. And I'm going to show you any fucking transgender person in chat, any homosexual in chat, any person from the LGBTQ community in chat. I've got to ask you a question. You live in a day and age. You've had Elton John, famous homosexual, recording artist, very famous, loved and respected by many, topping the fucking charts for many, many years. And yet, as a homosexual, you're going to tell me how gays have been held down, why y'all need rights. Huh? At a time where RuPaul is dressing drag on TV. He's got TV shows catering to this concept. But still, you need more rights. You need more. At this, what you're trying to say is because you're a fucking faggot, you need preferential treatment. Is that what you're trying to say? Life is hard for everybody. You can enjoy the same hard life that a straight man has. Sorry, bud. You get out what you put in. Is that a hard concept? Probably for fucking you. Realistically speaking, you live in a time where gays have plenty of rights, especially in the United States. When you look on TV and everything is a blatant acceptance of homosexuality and a fucking blatant promotion of homosexuality, and that's not enough. And the world has accepted you more and more, but that's not enough. When will it be enough? But let me ask you this question too. When you piss off people and parents, the majority of people who are not queer, and you make them feel threatened by their kids, and then you in turn get your rights restricted and you get taken down a notch, whose fault is that gonna be? All the fucking homophobes or the retarded fucking homosexuals that were fucking goddamn meddling in straight affairs? Just asking a question because I'm fucking curious. But the gayest James. You wonder why Diddy needed all that baby oil, because he was hung like a fucking horse, and there is a bunch of fucking willing recipients that needed GHB poured inside their orifices to become willing. Is that trial over? I'm not sure if that trial is over or not, but I'll tell you something. That's crazy. Da-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, dee-dum-dum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum. Alright, guys. I'm going to slide out. Maybe I'll come back on a little later. We can hang out a little more. But the gayest things. Ba-dum-bum, be-dum-bum, dee-dum-dum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum. Ah, in the Rouge. T&E. What the hell is T&E? Time and energy? Take it easy, Viking woman. VW. Cheers. Much love. Bingo. Take care, brother. TK, thanks for being here. Everybody. Film junkie. May you guys, may the force be with you, you son of bitches. Caca. Deuces. But the memory remains.